Have you ever had a customer who wouldn't leave you alone? There's this woman who comes into my restaurant 3 times a week and tips me $300 every single time on a $20 meal. My coworkers think she's either loaded or insane, maybe both. She always requests my section, even if she has to wait an hour. Just waits for table 12 to open up in my section. I thought maybe she was just lonely. She'd ask these random questions while I refilled her water. What classes was I taking? Did I get enough sleep? Was I eating okay? Normal stuff, I guess, if you're someone's aunt or something. But she wasn't. Then she started knowing things before I told her. Like when I switched my major from business to education. I came in for my shift and she was already there, and she asked how I was liking my new classes. I hadn't told anyone at work yet. When I asked how she knew, her face went red. She said I seemed happier, then changed the subject fast. The basketball thing was weirder. Do you miss playing? She asked one Thursday. I'd never mentioned basketball, not once. How did you know I played basketball? She fumbled with her napkin. You look athletic. I just assumed. But it wasn't an assumption. I could tell by how flustered she got. My coworker Marcus wouldn't shut up about it. Bro, she's into you. Look at her. She only comes here to see you. Make a move. The other servers would make kissy faces whenever she walked in, but something about her attention felt different. She wasn't flirting. She was studying me, like she was trying to memorize my face before I disappeared. The way she watched me was intense, focused, like when you're trying to remember every detail of something you know you're going to lose. I caught her tearing up once when I was laughing with another table, just sitting there with wet eyes, smiling at me from across the room. One Thursday, she came in with an older couple. They kept glancing at me, smiling these knowing smiles. After they left, Marcus practically tackled me in the kitchen. Dude, your cougar just introduced you to her parents. This is happening. But that didn't make sense either. Why would someone planning to ask me out look so sad all the time? But I stopped thinking about it completely the day mom got diagnosed. Breast cancer, stage 3. Suddenly I was pulling double shifts and running to the hospital between lunch and dinner service. Insurance paperwork that made 0 sense. Doctor's appointments at 6 a.m. before my opening shift. I was running on 3 hours of sleep and gas station coffee. I didn't tell anyone at work. I didn't want the pity. But somehow the woman knew something was wrong. She stopped asking questions. Just watched me work with these sad, knowing eyes. Her tips got bigger. 300 became 400. Always in cash. Always with little notes on napkins. Hang in there with a smiley face. You're stronger than you know. Just that. One Tuesday night, I was so exhausted, I forgot her extra lemon. Brought her regular ranch instead of the balsamic vinaigrette she always ordered. She didn't say anything. Just pushed an envelope across the table when I came back to check on her. Open it later, she said. Inside was $300 and a note. For whatever you need most right now. I tried to give it back, but she pretended not to know what I was talking about. Just asked about the weather. The next few months blurred together. Hospital visits, mom getting weaker. The woman kept coming, kept tipping, kept watching me with those knowing eyes. Mom made it to my 18th birthday. Barely. I spent 6 hours sitting next to her hospital bed that day, holding her hand, talking about nothing important. The doctor said she had maybe a week left. We both knew it was less. Right before visiting hours ended, she pulled an envelope from under her pillow. Her hands were shaking. Don't open this until after, she whispered. We both knew what after meant. Neither of us said it out loud. She died 3 days later. The funeral was tiny. Me, some neighbors, the nurses who'd taken care of her. That was it. That night I sat in our apartment. It was too quiet, too empty, like the walls were pressing in. I opened the envelope. Mom's letter said she'd adopted me when I was 3 days old, that my birth mother was 14 years old, that the social worker had called it a perfect match because the girl wanted a closed adoption, and mom wanted to be the only mother I ever knew. But there was a second letter, purple ink on lined notebook paper. The handwriting was careful and round, like a kid trying to make it perfect. I'm sorry I can't keep you, but I'm not ready to be a mother. I hope you understand someday. I'll think about you every single day. Giving you up is the hardest thing I'll ever have to do. Love always, Marina Wells. She'd drawn a little heart next to her name. I stared at that name for probably 10 minutes straight. Marina Wells, the woman from the restaurant. I called in sick for a week. When I finally came back, there she was, table 12, salmon going cold. Our eyes met when the door chimed. She went pale. I didn't plan what to do. Just walked over and slid into the booth. I've been waiting years for this moment, she said, already crying. I'm so sorry. I'll understand if you never. I grabbed her hand. She held on like I was the only thing keeping her above water. We both cried in the middle of the dinner rush. Marcus took my section. The other servers pretended not to notice. 2 years of $300 tips. Also, she could watch the son she gave up at 14 and make sure he was okay.